everyone, Olivia here. I'm the owner of ProduPad, and in this video I'm going to show you what's inside the multi-tracker and how to use it. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is the cover that you're getting with your multi-tracker, as usually hand-drawn by myself. So let's see what's inside now. First of all, we're going to have a quick tour, and then I'll talk about a few trackers that you might need some help with. Because some of them are very self-explanatory, it's not that hard, but a couple of them needs a bit of explanation. So this is the main about page, help page. So obviously instead of those placeholders, you will have this particular video and another help video for those very brand new roses that needs more guidance. So you can also, from this page, access the community. Just click on join our community. You can access Instagram, YouTube, the blog, and you can also access your freebie if you haven't registered for it yet. So basically this is just the one page you read only once or twice, and then you'll be normally all sorted and ready to go. So in order to access your stickers, click on the little palette with the brush, or you can flip the pages, it's right after. So this is the page where you have some cool stickers, only one page of stickers with some mood trackers and some sticky notes and things like that, just in case you need them when you track your activity. So then if you flip through the page or you click on the calendars, I added two calendars, Monday start and Sunday start. So when you see an arrow on the right hand corner, that means that there's a second page on the same category. So if you have a calendar and you see an arrow, it means that you just flip through the page and there's a second page right after the first one. Okay, so with this calendar, you will choose the month. So the month you want to track, so let's say it's December here. And you're tracking activities, your tasks, whatever it is you want to track. Or you track a particular event throughout the month, or you're tracking your medication, or I don't know, whatever it is you're tracking for this particular month, you can write it next to I'm tracking. And so no worry, there's Monday start and Sunday start. So next, let's have a look at our first tracker, which is our womanhood tracker. So what you're going to do in order to access your trackers is to click on the icon and not on the title, okay? So always click on the icon in order to access your tracker. So this is pretty simple to use, even if it looks really, really cool. It's pretty simple to use. So the first thing you're going to do is write down the particular month you're tracking. So December, for example. I have a very bad handwriting, so I'm really sorry. So you have several options here. You can either use colors or you can use icons, and the one that I provided to you with this tracker. So, for example, you can track the moon cycle. So in order to do that, I would say just simply color it in. So if it's half moon, then you just color it in like this. Okay, it's pretty simple and easy to do. If it's full moon, you know, just color it in. Okay, there you go. So pretty simple to use when it comes to the moon phases. Then you can track your cycle. So here you can add colors. Spotting, I'm gonna use gray, for example. And then light, I'm going to use a light blue, for example. Normal is purple. And we're going to do heavy just for this example. It's red, okay? There you have it. The way that you would use this particular tracker in this case is first of all to choose a date. So let's say it's the 8th of December. So let's zoom out a little and say my cycle is pretty normal. So on the 8th, so it is this circle here. So I'm just going to color in my circle here. And then it was spotting on, let's say, the 6th, okay, when it's first started. Okay, and then it got heavier like on the 9th. Okay, so this way you can visually see when you had your period and how it all planned out. So when it comes to your mood, you can either choose colors, but I will recommend to use the stickers more because they're just cute. So we're just going to go and grab our stickers. So what I will do, if I were you, is probably grab a couple of moods that I'm in, or just grab all of them. You know, you copy them, and then you go back to your tracker here and you paste them here. And then you can just move them around that way. So let's say that on the 2nd in the morning, you'll feel really happy. It was a very good day. So I'm going to resize this one. There you go. But then in the afternoon, something happened and you got a little bit frustrated. So let's use this one. And so it's a bit weird. But anyway, you can turn it a little bit. And so this is your mood. This was your mood on the 2nd. So let's do another one just as an example. So on the 6th in the morning, you're really, really happy. Something awesome happened, or you watch something really cool on TV or something. So, and it makes you laugh. So let's see. Okay, that's a 6. And then, oh, it was the wrong place. Okay, there you go. And then on the afternoon, you fell asleep. You went to school to study in class or whatever, and you fell asleep. Not good. So let's see. There you go. So this is for the mood tracker. So in order to, we can get rid of these. So simply delete them. And then you can also track the weather. And on the 2nd, it was nice and sunny, with a little bit of cloud because, you know, that's just the way it goes. And then on the 6th, it was really nice and sunny. There you have it. So if you want to reuse your stickers in this particular case, let me just do that right. If you want to reuse them instead of doing what I did, which is not good, okay, so what you would do is to copy and paste them the same way that you did the mood icons. No. So copy them, or a couple of the ones you know you want to use, and paste them next to your tracker, and then just move them, you know. So here was sunny and nice and amazing, you know. And let's say that on the 6th, it was kind of raining, you know. So we can use it here. So you're really light-handed with this stuff, I feel like. There you have it. So on the AM and PM section, that's where you add your mood. You can either color the section in, or you can use, if you prefer, the icons, which I feel like are much cuter. And same for the weather. You just use the icons. In order to do it quickly, just copy and paste the entire set somewhere in the page so you can reuse them over and over again. And for the rest of the trackers, you can just use colors if you want, or you can use colors for all of them. So it's up to you. You have different options here. This was how you use this particular tracker. So now let's move on to, let's just show you the other tracker. So as you can tell, there's a little arrow on the right hand corner. So that means that there's another page right afterwards. So what I've done with this planner is that I added a little hidden section, which is a depression tracker, because I know that lots of you, like myself, are suffering from real depression. So not pretending to be depressed, but actual real depression. And so I thought that it will be interesting for you to have it here. It's hidden in the sense that it's not the first page. So if you don't suffer from depression, you don't have to look at it. But if you do suffer from depression, those months, those time of the year, then you might want to track it. And maybe it will help you see that you're getting better, or that the symptoms are getting worse or better, that you need something, or that you need to do something about it. So pretty self-explanatory. This tracker is nothing complicated about it. You don't have to color anything. What I would do myself is just add crosses everywhere. So you track the month as usual, and then you'll track your sadness level. So on the 7th, my sadness level is low. You know, not perfect, but it's pretty low. And then you have some symptoms. Are you fatigued? I'm usually fatigued myself. I have no appetite. I don't eat when I'm depressed. I have repeated thoughts. I have a lack of concentration, usually. I'm anxious. And I'm indecisive. Okay, that's usually what happens to me when it's a kind of all right. And then you have your body. Do you sleep well? And do you lose weight or gain weight? So that also helps you see that sometimes there's a relationship between the way you feel and the way you look. Okay, so this is a simple tracker that you can use in order to see how you progress, if you progress or if you're getting worse, you know. So I thought it would be a good addition to this particular tracker. So now let's move on to a little bit happier thoughts and go to the sleep tracker. So this is a pretty simple tool to use. It's not complicated at all, I promise. It looks fancy, but it's not. So first of all, you're going to write the month. So December again. And then what you're going to do, what I would do if I were you, is color code my sleep pattern and what it means to me. So for example, you might say, okay, I slept really well on the 4th. So if you look at your little cycle, here is the day, the 4th, the 5th, here, the 6th. Okay, so this is where the date is located. So I'm going to remove that because it's ugly. And then what I would do is say, okay, on this time I slept from 10 till, okay, maybe let's use that and that. From 10 till 6 o'clock in the morning. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep, which is pretty good. Okay, and so you can either leave it like that, or what you can do, which I like to do, is color it in. So I use blue. So let's say blue is a normal sleep. You know, I just slept 8 hours and it was pretty good. So what I'm going to do is just color that in. So that is the quality of my sleep on the 4th. So let's say that on the next day, I sleep the same amount of time, but I don't feel so good because I had a nightmare. So let's say that nightmare for me is purple, because I feel like that's a nightmarish color. Or let's do pink so that I can really see it bright. So I said, okay, I slept 8 hours. Oops, that's a bit big. I slept 8 hours, the same. So from 10 o'clock, let me just, from 10 o'clock till 6 a.m. in the morning. So the fact that it's red, I can see that there was a problem with my sleep, whether it was a nightmare or some anxiety or something wasn't quite right with me. So what I tend to do myself with this tracker is really to color code it. So it's something I really recommend you to do, because first of all, it looks awesome once you're done with it. And at a glance, you can really see, like a graph if you like, how your sleep patterns look like. Okay, so this is my sleep on the 5th. And so you can continue like that and use different colors for different type of sleep. So if you had a very short sleep, if you had a great dream, or if you had an epiphany or something. So you can color code them color code just sleep pattern as much as you like. So let's summarize for you. So basically, here you put the amount of time you slept, 8 hours. This is a date, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th of whatever month. And this is the time. This is midnight here, 6 a.m., lunchtime, 6 p.m. until midnight. Okay? And so in order to really visualize your sleep, this really helps. I do recommend to color with the pen instead of the highlighter. It's just easier that way. And you can see that it is really visual and it works really well. So this is one of my favorite trackers. I'm just going to show you quickly, go through the rest of the trackers because they're really easy to use. So the habit tracker, pretty self-explanatory. So for those who never used one before, it's pretty simple. You would write here your habit. So let's say it is working out. So workout. These numbers are the dates, the 1st, 2nd of December, for example. And so here, if you have worked out on the 4th, you just add a cross. On the 4th, on the 8th, let's say you missed on the 6th, you can use crosses, and you can also paint you can also color the little rectangle. It's up to you, but this is pretty easy to use. So yeah, that's about it really for this one. Then you go to fitness tracker, which is also pretty easy to use, nothing complicated. Just follow the instructions. So you will have the week number on the top of the page, the starting weight if you want to lose weight or gain weight, depending. You also have a meal tracker with the calories, your water intake. If you worked out, whatever program you did or whatever DVD or whatever else you've done, boot camp, or I don't know, whatever you did. And then in terms of exercises, the month, the exercise goal, pretty self-explanatory. If you have a calendar with whatever it is you want to do, like arms and butts or thighs or whatever, then you can absolutely write that on your calendar here. So pretty easy and self-explanatory. Okay, let's move on to the food health section. It's the same. It's pretty easy to use. So what you will do here, it's basically, I need to stop writing in pink color, is writing your goal weight. So for me, I would like to weigh 57 kgs. I don't know about my BMI or my measurement at the moment, but here you write your goal measurement. And then as it evolved, you will write the date here and then all the information that needed according to the date you wrote down. So basically, it's pretty easy. Just follow the instruction. And here's the same, your starting weight and your goal weight. And then the date, the weight, and the BMI. So something like in terms of the numbers. So one has your measurement in terms of centimeters, whatever you use. And the other tracker here is simpler. So depending how you want to do it, how detailed you want to go with your measurements, but just follow the instructions. It's really raining where I live right now, and so sometimes I can't even hear myself talk. So I've been recording this video forever, basically. Anyways, so now you can see that there's a little arrow on the upper right corner. So just flip through the page. And now you have the food tracker, which is, again, super easy to use. So let's see how to use it. So what you would do is simply add your meal. So breakfast here, lunch and dinner, snacks. So here what I've done is I added calories. And if you're not tracking calories, you might be tracking your carbs or anything else. If you're doing keto diet or any other diet, you can write here what it is you're tracking so that, everybody's happy. You have your shopping list. Is there anything you need to purchase? Your water intakes and whether you worked out or not. So let's move on to groceries. Pretty easy to use. So again, the same thing. The month and then the quantity. So you want 2 tomatoes. And then whether you bought it or not. And then there's veggies. Oh, sorry, I'm so lazy. Veggies for the month of December. Okay, so pretty simple. You can create different categories of shopping lists here. So vegetables and, spices or whatever else you need to do. Okay, so the budget, pretty simple. Also, just follow the form here. So here you write your income. So the money is coming in here. Here the money is coming in. This is the amount. So I didn't put any currency here. You know, it could be dollars, could be euros, could be any currency. So I didn't put any because not all of you are American. I'm not, for example. So I'll put euros. But the amount here, you just put the currency here, and then you go ahead and write the amount of the money coming in. So this is money coming in. And here is money coming out. So these are your fixed expenses like rent and bills in general. This is the amount again. Is this something that come out of your account automatically or not? And then you have your variable expenses. So I don't know, like holidays, just rubbish, clothes shopping, or I don't know, the amount here, and then the total fixed expense. So let's say it's $100. And then here, the total of your variable expenses. And here you can write the monthly savings. And you can also, you have space to write your total amount also. And this is your wish list, the things you want to purchase for the month and the total, so that you can count that inside of your variable expenses, because these tend to be variable expenses. So let's move on to books. This is probably one of my favorite page. It's just so cute. And there are some stickers that you will recognize, but I thought that the colors were just perfect. So why not add them to this particular tracker? So this is your book tracker. Pretty simple. If you never used this before, it's nothing complicated. You know, just write the title of the book here. So this is Titanic. This is Gone with the Wind. Okay, so you just write the title of your books on those lines, and then when you fill up the shelves, it means that you read quite a lot of books, you know. So anyway, this is really fun page and super easy to use, so nothing complicated here. Then I added a bucket list, so the same, pretty simple. Here you write a category, so it could be travel. It could be family time. It could be excursions. It's raining. No, leave me alone. And so you can write the list of things you want to do. So just super simple, right? Nothing complicated again. Then we'll move on to the password tracker. Again, super simple. Website username. You should change the website password, the date for that, and then the password. So super easy. And then your medical log. If you go to the doctor, the date of the appointment, the name of the doctor, the reason for the visit, whatever you ordered, the prescription, and if you have a special note. That's it, guys. Super, super duper simple. So this was a tour of the awesome multi-tracker. It's super simple to use. It's super useful. And I think that you have a lot of fun using it. If you have any more questions, make sure to join us in the Facebook group in order to ask those questions. But this video will be available inside of your tracker. So thank you for watching, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to join us on Instagram and Facebook, and read the blog and grab your freebie. Everything is listed down below. Bye, and talk soon.